The earthworm is an annelid. It is a good example of a soft-bodied invertebrate. At the head end of the earthworm is the mouth, which takes in soil. At the tail end is the anus, for getting rid of waste. About 1/3 of the way back from the head end is a collar-like smooth area called the clitellum. Earthworms are hermaphroditic. Each worm produces both eggs and sperm. During mating, the earthworms exchange sperm. Each worm deposits its partner's sperm and its own eggs into a cocoon produced by the clitellum. Fertilization occurs inside the cocoon. The earthworm body consists of a series of segments. Let's take a look at a cross-section of one segment. The outer layer of the earthworm is a thin cuticle. Protruding through the cuticle at the sides and bottom of each segment are bristles called setae. They provide traction for locomotion. Beneath the cuticle are 2 layers of muscle, an outer layer of circular muscle and an inner layer of longitudinal muscle. The action of the muscles, together with the setae, allow the earthworm to move easily through the soil. The muscle layers surround a fluid-filled body cavity, or coelom. In most segments, a pair of excretory organs called nephridia open into the coelom. Coelomic fluid is drawn into the nephridia, and wastes are expelled to the outside through nephritophores. The earthworm has a closed circulatory system with blood vessels that run the length of its body. Each segment contains a portion of the dorsal and ventral blood vessels. 5 aortic arches near the front end of the worm serve as hearts, contracting to move blood into ventral blood vessels. The earthworm also has a well-developed nervous system. A nerve cord runs along the worm's underside. In the head, the cord expands to form a small brain. An earthworm literally eats its way through the soil. The pharynx acts as a pump to draw soil into the mouth. This food is stored in the crop, then ground up in the gizzard. From the gizzard, the food passes into and through the intestine, where digestion is completed. The crayfish is a crustacean. It is a good example of a freshwater invertebrate with a hard ectoskeleton. The crayfish's body is divided into 2 major regions, the abdomen and the cephalothorax, which includes the head and thorax. The cephalothorax is covered by a piece of ectoskeleton called the carapace. The crayfish's compound eyes extend on movable stalks from beneath the carapace. All crustaceans have 2 pairs of antennae. They are used for taste, touch, and smell. Surrounding the mouth are a pair of jaw-like mandibles, which are used to chew and crush food. The large claw-like structures are pinching legs. They're used for defense and to catch food. Behind the pinching legs are 4 pairs of walking legs. On the abdomen are 5 pairs of swimmerets, legs that are specialized for swimming. At the end of the abdomen is the telson, which the crayfish uses to move backward rapidly. Beneath the crayfish's carapace are gills. The gills are attached to the top of the walking legs so that water flows over them as the crayfish walks. Above the gills is the heart. The crayfish has an open circulatory system. Blood from the body is sucked into the heart and pumped through the dorsal artery. The reproductive organs, either testes in the male or ovaries in the female, are located just under the heart. The stomach is located in the middle of the cephalothorax. On either side of the stomach are digestive glands which secrete enzymes into the stomach and store food. Undigested food is passed through the intestines and out through the anus. Between the eye stalks is the brain. A thread-like nerve cord extends from the brain along the lower surface of the body. Beneath the brain, near the base of the antennae, is the green gland. It is especially important in a freshwater crustacean like the crayfish because it regulates the amount of salt and water in the blood. Frogs are one type of amphibian. The adult frog is a good example of the body organization of a vertebrate animal. Near the front of the frog's head are two openings. These are the frog's external nostrils. The adult frog breathes air just as you do. On either side of the frog's head, just behind its eyes, are flattened discs. These are the frog's eardrums. Beneath the frog's skin is a layer of skeletal muscle. When these muscles contract, they pull on the frog's bones, allowing it to move about. In the body cavity, beneath the muscle, lie the frog's major organs. They are shown here as viewed from the frog's underside. In the middle of the upper body is the heart. The frog heart consists of 3 chambers, 2 atria and 1 ventricle. On either side of the heart is a spongy lung where most gas exchange occurs. Frogs also carry out some gas exchange through their skin. In the middle of the body cavity, behind the heart and lungs, is the liver, the largest organ in the frog's body. The digestive tract consists of the esophagus, the stomach, the small intestine, and the large intestine. In the connective tissue near the small intestine is the spleen, a part of the circulatory system. Embedded in the back wall of the body cavity are the kidneys. Urine flows out of the kidney through the ureters. Wastes from the excretory and digestive systems are passed out of the body through the cloaca. During mating, eggs or sperm also pass out of the body through the cloaca. All animals, simple or complex, must distribute oxygen and nutrients to their cells and remove carbon dioxide and wastes from them. In all but the smallest and simplest animals, this requires a system of internal transport, a circulatory system. There are 2 basic types of circulatory systems. Insects, other arthropods, and most mollusks have what is called an open circulatory system. This is a simplified cross-section through the body of an animal with an open circulatory system. Both open and closed circulatory systems usually include 1 or more pumps, or hearts, and a system of tubes, or vessels. In an open circulatory system, the vessels are open-ended. When the heart contracts, blood is pumped out of the vessels and flows among the body's cells. When the heart relaxes, blood re-enters the heart through special pores. Other animals, such as annelids and all vertebrates, have a closed circulatory system. In a closed circulatory system, a heart pumps the blood through a continuous system of vessels. The blood stays inside the vessels. It never comes into direct contact with the tissues. Instead, oxygen and nutrients are delivered across the walls of the smallest blood vessels, the capillaries.
Skeletal muscles move bones by contracting. During contraction, the muscle shortens and thickens.